This is David at Mash IT, and for our second unboxing for the day, this here is the Alienware X15 R2. Been really looking forward to this one. Now, we did previously have the Alienware X15 R1 in for review, and I was quite disappointed with the model that I got. I had the base model with the 3060, and it didn't perform as well as I was expecting. So I'm hoping they'll have put right this with the X15 R2. Again, we've got the base model, but with the 12th gen CPU and the 3060. So let's take a look. Opening the box. We've got the usual box within a box. Class feels really weighty. So there's the laptop put to the side, and we also have an Alienware 240 watt slim and light power adapter. That's same as last year, and this is a really nice light 240 watt power adapter. We've got a UK power cord, and also, because this has got less ports than the X17, we've got a USB-C to RJ45. Now, obviously, being a gaming laptop, that RJ45 is really quite handy, so it's nice that Dell have included that. Because being a slim and light laptop, the ports are a lot less on the X15 than the X17. So let's get rid of the big box, put those to one side, and let's take a look what we've got in here. So opening it up, like the X17, if you've watched that video, the X15 has a nice box with magnetic catches, so it opens up nicely, like a nice hinge, and inside we've got the laptop wrapped in cellophane, and underneath we have some booklets. So we've got our X15 guide, safety information, and the coveted Alienware stickers. I know you'll want that more than the laptop. There we go. Put that back to the side. Now, I really wanted to like the X15 R1, but I should have got the higher end model. I just got the base screen and, let's say, the 11th gen CPU and 3060, and I was a bit disappointed. Now, I've actually ended up ordering the QHD model last time because I was a bit disappointed with the 1080p screen, so hopefully that's going to redeem this laptop. So there we are. It is an incredibly slim and light 15-inch gaming laptop. Now, as per the X15 R1, on the left-hand side of the laptop, you have a power jack. On the right side, you've got the headphone adapter, and all your ports are on the rear. So on this laptop, we have only one USB 3, two Thunderbolt 4 ports, a micro SD card slot, and an HDMI 2.1 port. So it's not a bad selection for a sort of slim and light laptop. I mean, this almost feels like an Ultrabook, but it is quite a lot heftier than what you'd expect it to be, being so thin and light. Now, the chassis looks exactly like the X15 R1. I have to say, it feels incredibly tanky. It feels brilliant in the hand. They've used, obviously, a magnesium alloy chassis, and it feels incredibly solid. Let's just open it up and take a look inside. And as per the X17, we've got exactly the same keyboard. It looks a little bit different from the X15 R1. The keys are looking a little bit more, they're a bit more squared off this year. Still feels incredible to type on. I mean, the Alienware keyboards are some of the best in the business to type on for a gaming laptop. They're definitely my favourite keys. Right, so I'm just going to power this up, get through the Windows 11 setup stage, and we'll be right back. Right, so we're up and running into Windows 11. Just want to start by pointing out how similar chassis is to the previous X15 R1. We've got the same per key RGB keyboard. Now, this is the 3060 model, so there is no RGB touchpad. But on the X17 R2, there was no RGB touchpad on the 3080 Ti model either, so I'm assuming this won't have it. I will be getting a 3080 Ti model in the future to test. Now, the trackpad, although it's quite small, it does feel great, and it's a very usable touchpad. The keyboard, it's got the same per key RGB keyboard as the previous generation X15. As per the previous X15, only the primary characters are lit. All the secondary functions are not backlit at all. That's a real shame, and that's something that I think Alienware should certainly invest more into. Now, to the right of the keyboard, we've got a row of multimedia keys, and the cursor keys are unfortunately crushed into the bottom of the keyboard, which means that you've got the control key sort of pushed over a little bit, and the shift key is also pushed across and shrunken down, which does lead me to the odd mishit of the actual shift or control when I'm using that side of the keyboard. And that's a real shame, because the M15R4 had an amazing keyboard with an incredible layout, and I don't know why they changed to this new layout. The multimedia keys are nice at the end and it is useful, but I'd rather have none and no crushed in cursor keys if I was honest. Either side looks like we've got some speaker grills. The speakers sound like this. Okay, speaker test at 60% volume. And now 100%. Wow, these speakers are surprisingly good. Certainly better than the X15 R2 we've just tested. This is something we're going to have to take a quick look at for the full review and find out why there's such a difference. And at the top, above the keyboard, we've got some more venting and the alien head power button. If you've ever had an Alienware before, you'll know that the actual alien head lights up when the machine's powered on, and it will change colour depending whether it's on battery or if it's on mains or charging, and that's a feature I've always loved on Alienwares. As we move up to the screen, this year I've chosen the QHD option for the X15. Last year I bought the 1080p base panel, and I was really quite disappointed with it, especially for the price of these laptops. So this year I didn't make the mistake again. I made sure I got the QHD, and this is an amazing panel. I think if you're going to get the X15, definitely invest the extra money to get this QHD screen, because it is a highlight feature of this laptop. It's very bright, it's very crisp, it's very color accurate, and it's still very fast. So really impressed with this screen and well worth the upgrade. As we move above the actual screen, we've got the webcam. And this is a test of the webcam and the microphones on the Alienware X15 R2. And it also includes Windows Hello Facial Recognition, which logs you in very accurately, and it's my favourite way of logging into Windows. Now, before we take a quick look at performance, just want to quickly talk about the fact that this is an incredibly slim and light laptop. It feels very dense, and I must admit the weight, it's not the lightest 15-inch out there, but it feels so rock solid and dense. It gives you a lot of good feeling when you're actually using it. You know, you don't feel like this is going to creak, break, or bend when you're putting it in and out of a laptop bag. It feels very sturdy, and it's something I have loved about the X15 and the X17 range. They do feel very tanky, and that's something that I want from a laptop. You know, I don't want something that feels delicate that I'm worried I'm going to break. No worries with that here. And also just want to show you the back of the machine. We've still got the beautiful Tron ring lighting. This is the sort of mini LED, and it's got tons of different colours it can display in this actual rear ring. I've got it on the rainbow wave effect because I just think it looks absolutely beautiful on this mode, sort of flashing away on your desk. The rear alien head is also RGB as well, and you can set that to change colours, to breathe, or set it to a static colour. And I think it's nice, it's not in your face, it's not overly bright, but it's nice to have it on the laptops. It gives it that distinct Alienware sort of feel. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at performance. Now, before we do, obviously we've moved to DDR5 with these laptops, but something you do need to bear in mind with the X15 range, unlike the X17 range, is the RAM is soldered on. So you do need to make sure if you're buying this device, get it with the amount of RAM you're going to need. So either 16 or 32 gigabytes. Now I've just got 16 gigabytes in here. One thing that is interesting is the DDR5 RAM that's soldered into this machine is actually faster than the RAM that's socketed in the X17 R2. So something we are going to look at in the next couple of days is whether that has any sort of tangible benefits over the X17 R2. Also, we do have two SSD slots in here, and they're both Gen 4, and Dell finally started supplying Gen 4 drives with these machines. So we've got a nice and fast Western Digital SN810. As we move to Cinebench, we've got a fantastic score of 6,500 thanks to this 12th Gen 12700H CPU. But I have to note that this isn't as fast as its bigger brother, the X17. But that is understandable because the cooling solution is much bigger on the X17. But this is something we're going to look into at more depth for the review and forthcoming deep dives, because I want to know if we can tweak it somehow to actually improve the scores on this machine. Now, when it comes to the GPU, we just got the 3060 in this model. Now, the X15R1 had a TGP of 80 watts, whereas this new model, the X15R2, has a TGP of 125 watts on the 3060. So that should make a big difference to the actual benchmark scores. But surprisingly, so far with our initial benchmarks, we've been really disappointed in the GPU scores. CPUs have scored great in the time spy tests, and obviously the Cinebench. But looking at the GPU scores, it's only marginally better than last year. So again, this is something that we're going to need to investigate deeper for the full review. So make sure you're subscribed for that if that's something you're interested in. So that pretty much sums up this unboxing and first impressions. As always, if you've got any questions or if there's anything you'd like to see in the review, please make sure you put them in the comment section down below, and we'll do our best to get them in for the review. We'll be working hard over the next few days, benchmarking this machine and the X17. Fingers crossed the reviews will be at some point next week. So make sure if you've got any questions or if you want anything added, pop that in the comment section. Lastly, thanks for watching.